As patients, carers, members of the Philippine Alliance of Patient Organizations, we breathe disease and death every day.
It is a struggle on all fronts, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially.
It has its disappointments, but also high points, as we encountered kind, healing souls along the way. But just when we thought we had it tough, COVID-19 made our fears bigger and deeper.
We cannot afford another disease, nor can we afford to put up a fight on all fronts. This is not our fear alone. Never in the history of mankind that there has been a disease that destroyed and disrupted so many lives and hope all over the world.
The COVID-19 vaccine is offering us hope. It is not perfect, but at this moment, it is our best chance to stop living in fear and to start living in hope.
This will not work if only a few of us chose to be vaccinated. All of us need to get the vaccine because no one is safe until everyone is safe.
PAPO stands solidly with experts and advocates for COVID-19 vaccine. We invite you to join this call of unity as we launch Bakuna Now Na to address the infodemic and help increase vaccines acceptance.
Never in our history has there been a more urgent call to stand united. Get vaccinated. So together, we can overcome COVID-19.
Bakuna, now na! Bakuna, now na!
Bakuna, now na!
Bakuna! Now na!
Bakuna! Now na!
Bakuna! Now na!
Bakuna Now Na!
Bakuna! Now na!
Bakuna, now na!
Labanan ng COVID-19, ang kailangan natin ay tama at totoong impormasyon, hindi fake news. Huwag ka agad maniniwala sa nababasa at naririnig. Ang pagkalat ng mga maling paniniwala tungkol sa COVID-19 ay nagdudulot ng panik, takot at maling desisyon. Laging i-double check kung saan nanggaling ang nabasa o narinig. Maging mapanuri at i-share lamang ang tamang impormasyon. Sa wastong pag-iingat, ang virus hindi kakalat. COVID-19, kayang-kaya nating tapusin.
Patuloy pa rin ang laban natin sa COVID-19. And together, we can beat the solusyon.
B. Bawal walang mask.
I. Isanitize sa mga kamay. Iwas hawak sa mga bagay.
D. Umistansya ng 1 metro.
A. Alamin ang totoong impormasyon tungkol sa COVID-19.
Protektahan natin ang sarili at mga mahal sa buhay.
B-I-D-A. Be the solution sa COVID-19.
Hello and good evening po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to another episode of Happy Hour for Mental Health brought to you by Alaga Health. And of course, our partners, hellodoctor.com.ph, Youth for Mental Health Coalition, Experto, PlayLabs, 2030 Youth Force in the Philippines, the Philippine Association of Patient Organizations, and so many other partners. And we're very excited kasi we are so few days away from Christmas, no? So, latter part of the year na po tayo. And of course, tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang paghatid natin ng mental health happiness sa ating mga viewers every week. And of course, hindi po makukumpleto ang ating happy hour for mental health event nang hindi po natin kasama ang aking mga co-hosts this evening. And of course, let us introduce to you our one and only celebrity, superstar psychiatrist, the one and only Doc Joan Rifareal. Good evening, Doc Joan. Welcome back to the program.
Hello. Good evening, Dr. Dex, at good evening po sa lahat ng nanonood at nakikinig tonight. Good evening po to everyone. Happy Friday and happy hour for mental health. Di ba? Puro happy. Kailangan happy. Let's be happy always. So love. Thank you.
Absolutely agree with you, Doc Joan. Kailangan nag-spread tayo ng happiness, especially ngayon na we are in the middle of a pandemic. Pero, tuloy natin yung pag-introduce natin yung ating mga kasama this evening. And of course, in Youth Doc Via, we are having another co-host this evening. And she is, of course, a mental health coach from the National Youth Commission's Mental Health Youth Hub and also a program manager of the Mental Health Program of Experto PlayLabs. And she is none other than Miss Emery Christian Pasca. Good evening, Emery.
Good evening, Doc Joan, Doc Dex, and hi din kay Ate Via. So it's another Friday night and I'm so excited about our mental health conversations. And of course, hello po sa mga nanonood sa ating Facebook Live.
Yan. So we're very excited this evening, no? Kasi talagang ang dami nating pwedeng pag-usapan. Every Friday, this is just our way of releasing some good vibes to the world and hopefully answer some questions related to mental health. So perhaps it's time to begin the evening by talking about some of the good and happy things na nangyari sa atin this week. Of course, that's through our Kwentong Happy Hour. And so, since it's Kwentong Happy Hour time, maybe it's time to go around the room and probably ask our dear co-hosts and of course friends, meron ba kayong narinig na magandang news over the past week? Tapos tingin nyo magbibigay ng saya at ligaya sa ating mga viewers this evening. So maybe we can start with Doc Joan. Glowing as usual, Doc Joan. Ano po, meron po sikreto ang glow?
Meron! Dahil yan sa happy hour for mental health every Friday. So, syempre, no, Doc Dex and of course, Emery, talagang we feel so blessed to have this platform. Especially kasi ngayon, we are in the middle of a pandemic as mentioned by Dr. Dex. At talagang maganda po ito, magandang platform for us to be able to help more people and reach out to more people. So, happy Friday to everyone. Ako lang, I'm very happy because again, yung vaccinations for 12 to 17. So, kasi nga kasama ang aking anak doon. So, magsa-second dose na siya very soon. O, diba? I am really very happy kasi slowly, na-reach naabot na natin yung vaccination for everyone.
That's true, Doc Joan. As far as I've heard, pababa yung bilang ng active cases saka yung mga dumadagdag ng new cases. So hopefully maging merry yung Christmas natin and to be free from the threat of COVID-19. Although a lot of work to be done, but that's a good thing to note. But dadagdagan ko na kasi hindi binanggit ni Doc John a possible reason kung bakit siya is super happy because she also celebrated her birthday just a couple of days ago. And ako din po, kaka-birthday din lang. So this is the double birthday celebration dito sa Happy Hour for Mental Health. We're very happy to have it all for you. Yan. So, of course, tanong naman natin si Emery. Anything that you'd like to share? Meron ka ba narinig na magandang balita? I heard na sunod-sunod yung panalo natin sa international pageants. Any other news that you'd like to share na nakaka-wow naman sa ating feelings?
Yes, Doc. First of all, happy birthday, Doc Joan and Doc Dex. Magkasunod nga sila si Doc Dex, parang Ilang days lang
na.
yung pagitan.
Yes.
Wow. And ako, I would like to celebrate my small wins. No, I've been having cough for 1 month na, pero it's getting better and better and better, Doc Deck. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy then that we finished no our second batch of trainees in Experto PlayLabs. No, so we trained 40 new first mental health first aiders. So that is something that we are really proud of. And syempre, no, we are still looking forward to new partners, new young people to train, new young people no to talk to about mental health. So yun lang, Doc
Yan.
Dex.
Nakaka-excite. Maybe we'll talk about that mental health first aider program that you have. Kasi talaga it's very important for a lot more people to know how to spot the signs, how to report, how to manage an immediate concern, especially kunyari mga dis oras ng gabi o kaya naman at work, no? So very, very nice to know about that. And later we will be joined by our special guests this evening, no? Who will be talking about mental health in the perspective of the Youth for Mental Health Coalition. And that will be, of course, their vice chairperson from Luzon. But now, maybe it's time for us to jump into our questions. Yan, very, very exciting, no? And before we do that, shout out po sa ating mga nanonood, no? For example, the Borlagatan family. Hi po, Jo. Yan, good evening po sa ating lahat. And of course, the ever supportive, the ever wonderful Doc Nolly Rifareal, always watching the program. And of course, as well as other viewers, nila Ma'am Linlin Claudio and several others who are watching not only on Alaga Health Facebook page, but also on Quarantalk's 2030 Youth Force, Hello Doctors, and so many other channels, and even on YouTube. So yan, so maybe it's time for us to jump to our questions. Yes, nakaka-excite. Great. So, let's go to our questions. Yan. So, first and foremost, ito ang unang tanong for the evening. This one is coming from Sir Trevor Makalintal. Yan. So, question niya is, magandang araw po. Totoo po ba na mas madaling ma-depress kapag magpapasko na ko? Lalo na kapag walang bonus. Okay, sige, tatanungin ko si Doc Joan. Let's get it straight from the expert's mouth. Doc, totoo po ba na mas madaling ma-depress ngayong Pasko? Lalo na daw kapag walang bonus. Nako, kaya ba nabuo yung AG song? Kaya't ibigay mo na ang aking Christmas bonus. Diba? So, Doc Joan, any feedback po sa kanyang question?
So yes, thank you very much, Sir Trevor, for that for your question. And bago ko sagutin, kung pwede po ituloy ni Dr. Dex ang pagkanta noong song na binanggit po niya. Joke lang po. Joke lang. So yes, Sir Trevor. So understandable po na ang ating mood sometimes bumabagsak, especially during holiday season. Kasi ito yung time na nagre-reminisce tayo ng ating mga childhood experiences ng Pasko, kasama siguro ang ating mga pamilya, lalo na kung tayo ay ngayon, no? Independent na, hiwalay na tayo, independently living away from our family, yung mga childhood memories bumabalik, or kasama na rin po yung sinabi ninyo, no, na especially during this very difficult time ngayon, pandemic, so lahat tayo, we are really affected po dahil sa pandemyang ito financially, at other factors pa po. Although, hindi po siya kaagad na depression na. No? So, pwede pong may tawag doon, yung holiday blues. Blues po. No? Yung parang bababa ang mood, pero nakaka-function pa rin tayo. Nakakagawa pa rin tayo ng ating rules, ng ating mga kailangang gawin, no? Tungkulin. For example, sa lipunan, sa ating workplace, sa ating school. So, pwede po siyang holiday blues. It's an emotion, a feeling. Usually, na-feel natin ito during the holidays. But kung ito po ay napansin niyo po, Sir Trevor, na persistent, na patuloy pong bagsak ang mood, or parang nahihirapan na po tayo mag-function sa ating mga regular na roles, be it sa trabaho, sa opisina, sa school, hindi tayo nakaka-focus, or naapektuhan na ang ating attendance, for example, or lagi na tayong bagsak energy, hirap gumising sa umaga, at medyo nagiging negative na rin po, no, yung ating mga thoughts pag ito po ay tuloy-tuloy, even kahit hindi po holidays, kahit after holidays, then mas maganda po if we monitor and kung ganoon po, talk to someone also, especially during this time. Baka mas maganda na we are po kasi ngayon we are physically medyo magkakalayo pa, so baka pwede po we catch up on our family members, friends, loved ones, para po mabawasan yung ating feeling of loneliness, sadness, especially during this holiday season.
Yan, thank you for that, Doc John. Marie, anything totoo ba na talaga nakakalungkot naman talaga kapag walang bonus, di ba? Sa ating mga young professionals, to anyone there who is working hard, hoping na malaki yung kanilang Christmas bonus para masaya ang ating mga Noche Buena at Medianoche. Nako, sana po ay pag kayo nalulungkot, we'll be able to provide you a little bit of happiness para po tayo ay tuloy-tuloy na magsasaya ngayong Kapaskuhan. Yan. So any thoughts on that, Marie?
Yeah, gusto ko sana pong ituloy yung kanta ni Doc Dex, kaso hindi kami magkasing galing ng voice, right? Pero I agree with Doc Joan, no? Ako personally, I've experienced this. Hindi po ako professional psychologist or psychiatrist, pero according kay Doc Dex, na shinare niya sa akin, it's actually really different, no? Yung pakiramdam every time na pumapasok na yung malamig na season. So around September, no? So nag-iiba na din yung mood natin. And gaya nga ng sabi ni Doc Joan, let's call it holiday blues. No, let's not jump into conclusions na ay baka depressed na ako just because I feel sad because magpapasko na. And also, yeah, I agree, no? Nakakalungkot po talaga pag walang bonus, no? I think financial loss results to anxiety or minsan stress, di ba? So, ayun lamang po.
Ayan. Thank you very much, Marie. No? So, sa lahat po na nangangamba na hindi po magiging masaya ang Pasko dahil walang bonus, sana po isamahan niyo kami ditong every Friday. No? Sana makapagbigay kami ng saya sa inyo. Hindi ba namin kayo magbibigay ng bonus? Bonus na saya po yung ibibigay po namin sa inyo. No problem with that. Yan. So, at siguro talang tayo sa next question natin. But before that, no, another very, very quick shout out, no, to our friends who are watching, kagaya nila Sir Alan Quadra, always watching Happy Hour for Mental Health. Shout out to you po. And now maybe it's time for us to jump back to our question. So we have this question naman coming from, redacted yung last name niya, pero tawagin natin siyang Sir Owen. Yan, Sir Owen. Sabi niya, hello, Alaga Health. Heard about you from my cousin. So, thank you po sa cousin nyo nag-share tungkol sa Alaga Health. And is there a way to find out if my girlfriend has depression or is just super emotional because of her monthly cycles? Thanks. Nako, I think sa lahat po ng mga kalalakihan na nagsastruggle with this question, itaas po natin ating mga kamay at ipagdasal ang tamang sagot. Dahil yung iba, first example, no, hindi alam talaga if meron na talaga silang dapat maging concern na dapat siguro nang i-report, or is this part of the regular monthly cycle, especially kapag hindi ka naman talaga sanay dun sa probably spotting yung mga mental health warning signs na probably isasabihin natin mamaya, or sasabihin natin mamaya, kasama sila Coach Emery and of course Doc Joan. So let's go first to, of course, our expert, Doc Joan. Ano pong masasabi niyo sa very practical na tanong ni Sir Owen?
And of course, thank you, Sir Owen, kasi talagang pinapakita niya na talagang concerned siya. O, di ba? Concerned siya sa kanyang girlfriend. And of course, syempre, nagmamatter, no? Yung kanilang, yung concern niya, it is a reflection ng kanilang bond, ng kanilang relationship, no? Na it's really very strong. So, thank you, Sir Owen, for your question. And, pwede po, no? Yung ating monthly cycles po ng mga girls, ng mga ladies, it can definitely po affect yung mood ng isang individual who is going through that phase, no, ng kanyang monthly cycles because of the hormonal changes na nangyayari. Although, again, normal yun, no? We can feel or we can see na baka irritable. Usually, irritability, ang mood nila, mabilis po silang magalit or mainis, or they feel na parang mabilis lang po silang yung parang maanoy. Kung kahit na gino-joke, baka madali silang very sensitive ang kanilang emotions during this time of the month. No? But again po, these are all normal changes ng mood, emotions. Sometimes sila, mabilis umiyak or very emotional, teary kaagad pag may mga napapanood ng mga movies, ng mga highly emotional ang theme or tone. So again, these are all normal emotions during this particular period, no? Palapit na ang monthly cycles. But if it causes na po, again, yung very important na red flag, if it causes impairment na po, may nagko-cause na siya ng problems in social relationships. Halimbawa, nagkakaroon na ng parang very aggressive reaction to the point na nagkaka-conflict na between the two of you at hirap to resolve conflicts like this. Parang hindi siya yung parang mabilisan lang tapos nagiging okay kaagad yung mood niya after you talk about it, or naapektuhan na rin po ang kanyang mga thoughts, mas nagiging negative, dark, etc. Mas maganda po i-monitor kung if it's a regular pattern na happening every month. And we have a tawag po doon natin, it can be a mood problem kung talagang persistent po siya na may pattern every month at umaabot na po sa point na naapektuhan na ang functionality in terms of social relationships, functioning sa trabaho, at kung umaabot na sa point na negative ang mga thoughts or thoughts po na na-entertain ng ating partner or girlfriend. We call it premenstrual dysphoria or premenstrual dysphoric disorder po, kung ito talaga po ay diagnosed na by a mental health professional. But again, kung wala naman yung warning signs na yon, then it's a normal reaction to the hormonal changes during that phase ng monthly cycles.
Yan. Thank you very much, Doc John. I think sa lahat po na may mga jowa na sa palagay nila ay talagang apektado sila ng katanungan nito, manalig po tayo. No? Yun po yung mga advice po ni Doc John. Yeah. Pero anong natin si Marie, naranasan mo ba to? Is it really, on a personal basis, no? Does this really happen to you? Mas irritable ka ba talaga? Talaga bang mas may tendency kang umiyak pag closer to your period or maybe even a little bit after? Ano yung kumbaga, let's take the side naman of the ladies, no? Ano ang feedback mo dito, Marie?
Yeah, Doc, no? Napaka-laman ng sinabi ni Doc John. Kahit ako personally natuto, no? So I took note some of the things that she said. Pero ako personally, yeah, I've experienced this, no? There are times na I feel very irritable. And hindi lang kasi siya yung sa mood, but it also affects me physically, no? Masakit yung puson, masakit yung likod, masakit yung legs, masakit yung ulo. There are times that I also feel like nilalagnat ako. Meron pa nga, di ba, there's a term na tinatawag natin sa mga babae pag meron sila, hungry. Di ba? Yung hungry and hungry, nagkasama, no? So, mas madalas siya nangyayari before period and current on your current menstruation period, no? So, gaya ng sabi ni Doc John, it's very important that we know the signs, no? So, meron tayong tinatawag na yung importance, yung duration, gano'n na ba ito katagal nangyayari, consistent ba siya? So, kahit na matagal pa yung monthly cycle niya or kakatapos lang, meron pa rin bang gano'n? If it's already affecting yung function ng girlfriend mo, no? So, may mga signs tayong dapat i-take note of. Because if wala naman yung mga yon, no? I think it's safe to say na baka nga sa hormonal changes lang. But if you say na, ay parang yung mga sinabi ni Doc Joan kanina, tsaka ni Coach Emery, medyo may check tayo doon. The best thing that you can do is samahan mo po yung girlfriend nyo to consult a professional already. So, ayun po.
Yon, thank you so much for that, Emery, no? And I think since it's already a little bit more than halfway through our program, maybe it's time for us to take a very, very quick detour and now have our segment in the program which we call Alaga Health Update. Alaga Health Update. And typically, papakita ko sa inyo yung, yes, this one. Watch. Yan. So, again, this is typically the part of the program wherein I would show you how to sign up for Alaga Health using the website. But this time, since meron na tayong apps that are available for download and you can try to access them as our partner organization, perhaps maybe I should show that very quickly again kasi mukhang nagkaroon tayo ng technical glitches. So, let's try to show that very quickly once more. So, without further ado, I'd like to invite everyone to sign up for Alaga Health through the applications that we have and complete and verify your registration and complete your profile so that you can already reach out to health professionals, let's say like Doc Joan and all of our other guests here on the program. Yan. So, with that being said, balik tayo dun sa ating mga questions. No? Very, very exciting yung mga tanong this evening. So, meron tayong question here from Ma'am Marian Advincula. So, ang question niya is, good evening po. No? Good evening. Yung lola ko, or lola, hindi ko yung lola ko. Ay, hindi naman yung lola ka. Yung lola ko, madalas umiyak kasi hinahanap kaming mga apo. Kaya lang madalas kasi kaming wala dahil sa work. Yung iba naman, siguro, nasa US na. Natatakot po si mama, natatakot po si mama na baka depression na siya. Yun yung concern ni Ma'am Marian Advincula, no? So, para kay Lola daw, any advice for her, Doc Joan, no? Especially, mas higher tendency yung elderly to actually feel episodes of sadness and loneliness, no? Especially with, kunyari, sanay siya na within the immediate vicinity niya dati, lahat ng apo within reach lang. Tapos naglakihan na silang lahat, no? And probably went on their separate ways. Nako, higher likelihood na magkaroon ng episodes of sadness. So, Doc Joan, any quick response sa concern po ni Ma'am Marian?
Yeah, yes. I agree. Ma'am Marian, maraming salamat for your question. Yes, we understand na lalo na pag sa ating mga lolos, lolas, sa mga ating mga elderly na family members, talagang nakakaramdam po sila ng loneliness. Loneliness because usually mag-isa na lang sila ngayon sa kanilang mga tahanan at malalayo na, no? May kanya-kanya ng mga families, ang kanilang mga anak, mga apo. So what's really important is mas maganda sana na someone is always with Lola sa kanilang tahanan para ma-monitor also kung kamusta po ba, nakakakain pa ba si Lola? Kasi sometimes, usually pag ang isang individual ay lonely or nalulungkot, madalas, no, ang unang naapektuhan ay ang kanyang physical, na yung physical state, like sleeping patterns can be affected, eating patterns can also be affected. So, yun madalas ang unang napapansin kung may kasama si Lola sa bahay. And of course, yung iba, no, yung madalas napapansin siguro na parang umiiyak na lang or parang nag-express sila kasi din mahilig silang mag-express, no, ng mga memories, nag-reminisce sila about the past. So, mas maganda talaga na meron silang nakakausap kasi ito yung time ngayon na gustong-gusto nilang balikan yung kanilang mga experiences from the past. So, I really advise na sana may kasama si Lola. Ngayon na we are physically distant dahil sa pandemya, we can catch up digitally. Mas maganda regularly na nakakamusta natin si Lola kahit through video calls para si Lola hindi niya na-feel na siya ay mag-isa, na siya ay alone or isolated, which would increase kasi yung feelings of loneliness. Pag nararamdaman nila na mag-isa lang sila or parang wala na sila masyadong nakakausap, it may increase that feeling of isolation, loneliness, leading to symptoms of anxiety at depression. Kaya very understandable po yung concern ninyo. So, maintain social connectedness despite the physical distance. Kung maganda po, meron din mga pinagkakaabalahan si Lola. For example, pets are good, no? Meron silang mga nilalaro, meron silang nakahug, mga lap dog na it can also boost yung oxytocin levels, bonding hormone. Kasi kung wala naman physically tayo, yung mga apo, mga anak, at least meron pa rin nagpo-provide ng boost of oxytocin, bonding hormone, pets, or may mga iba pang mga pinagkakaabalahan sila Lola. So, monitoring is very important. Again, yung mga sleeping patterns, eating patterns, other forms of behaviors, and kung meron mga ina-express si Lola, no, ng mga negative thoughts niya, negative emotions, mas maganda. Someone talks to her and therapeutic kasi yun for our lolas na meron sila laging nakakausap. It's very therapeutic.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, Dr. Natutuwa lang po ako na talagang very concerned pa din si Ma'am Marian sa well-being at updated sa nangyayari sa lola niya, no matter where she is, whether she is at work or probably even abroad. So thank you, Ma'am Marian. And I second the motion, no, dun sa ating mga pets. Ako pa isang fur tito kasi nakikiaso po ako sa kapatid ko, sa mga kapatid ko, no? And actually, affirm din siya ng mom ko because when I actually asked my mom, so tuwang-tuwa daw siya kasi my brothers would typically be in and out of the house and talagang ang natitira sa bahay would be the dogs. At tuwang-tuwa daw siya, nakikita niya, nakausap niya, may naalagaan siya. No, parang bata din daw kasi yung mga dogs. So, to all the fur moms, for dads, for titos, for titas, saludo po kami. Sige, ikaw, di ba, meron ka ding pet?
Yes, Doc. Actually, kakakuha lang namin sa kanya recently, no? And I'll blame her ng very light lang because of my asthma, no? Pero iba yung happiness na nabibigay if you have a pet at home. And I would like to add lang, no? I think we all agree that iba ang love ng lola at ng lolo. And sila yung grabe talaga mag-crave sa mga apo. Di ba? I grew up with my lola hanggang elementary ako. And iba yung pang-spoil, iba yung feeling, no, when you have a lolo and lola. And yon, kaya siguro nag-crave si lola sa presence niya. And gaya ng sabi ni Doc Joan, if we can give them time even virtually, let's do that. No, it will be a really great help for them na nakikita yung face mo, nakakausap kayo. And if kaya naman, 'di ba, let's visit them once a week, twice a month, 'di ba? Let's bond with them. Ayun lamang po.
That's true. With the advent of technology na, pwedeng-pwede na mag-video call, no? So, kung talagang hindi makapunta sa Pilipinas yung ating mga loved ones, pwedeng-pwede na tayo mag-video call. Ang ganda-ganda ng technology natin. So, with that being said, maybe it's time for us to jump to our next question, no? This one is coming from Sir Justin Nubla. Yan. So, ang question niya is, hello, ipapakonsulta ko lang po sana yung kapatid ko. Hindi na siya masaya sa trabaho niya kasi parang hindi na raw natatapos ang workday simula nang nag-work from home. I think that's WFH. Work from home. Kahit madaling araw, kinokontak daw siya sa trabaho. Hindi ko po alam kung nade-depress na siya kasi walang gana tapos laging balisa. Ay nako, this is a very common scenario that's happening right now dahil nga pati yung mga employers to all other business entities, nag-a-adjust pa din with this arrangement. Hindi na nila nare-regulate yung amount of work na kanilang binibigay kasi nga nag-iba yung dynamic. Pero let's take it from the expert. Doc Joan, ano po ang thoughts niyo dito? I think this is a very common scenario. And parang natanong na to sa inyo, Doc, sa TV before. I remember.
Maraming natanong. Maraming na natanong before. Yes, I think. Yeah, but again, Sir Justin, thank you. Grabe, no? Talaga makikita natin na they are very concerned about the welfare, well-being ng kanilang mga kamag-anak, partners, girlfriends, lolas. Talagang saludo po kaming lahat sa inyo for really reaching out on behalf, di ba? Or to help your loved ones better. Yes, kasi ngayon po, lahat tayo, we are really going through at ngayon, no? Mga adjustments. Nag-a-adjust tayo lahat with the work from home. At very common ngayon that isa sa mga sources of stress is parang nawawala na ang boundary between personal and professional lives natin, no? For those who are working from home. Kung dati very strict, meron talagang nakaalat na time na 8 to 5 and then after 5 off na. Pwede nang mag-mall, pwede nang magpasyal-pasyal just to de-stress after a long day sa trabaho. Ngayon, medyo nawala yun. And that's why it can be a factor doon sa mga nararamdaman natin na emotions now, no? Like, wala ng boundary, o ang mga meetings back to back na umaabot hanggang weekend, madaling araw. So it's really understandable. Mas maganda po kung ganito, we always encourage open lines of communication with the employers, with the company, with the institution po na I think because lahat ay nag-a-adjust, mas maganda open lines of communication for us to also be able to say no na mas maganda ma-reclaim natin ang ating weekend. Kung pwede sa opisina siguro na may mga protocol, hindi man protocol, but may mga reminders tayo na no emails, no messages, no meetings, beginning at Friday, at 5 p.m. every Friday until Monday, 8 a.m. And I'm sure it will benefit everyone, pati ang ating mga boss, pati ang lahat ng staff na of any office or institution. So, mas maganda we reclaim our weekend. Open lines of communication is very important. Or kung talagang tuloy-tuloy ang mga meetings, definitely we can ask to be excused. Kung talagang we feel overwhelmed already at naapektuhan na ang ating engagement, level of engagement, productivity, performance sa trabaho, mas maganda na we pause, take a break, alagaan ang ating sarili. If we need to take a break, na leave from work for one day para lang makapag-recuperate, relax, recharge our batteries, then please ask that from your boss para at least hindi tayo ma-burn out kasi yun ang isang risk, no, from prolonged stress. Kung hindi kaagad natin to naagapan, it may lead to burnout. Yung parang feeling na nauubusan na tayo ng battery, ng energy, or we feel demotivated na para pumasok, or parang negative na, no, ang ating perception or emotions, feelings towards our job. Mas maganda pa rin, prevention is the key. So take breaks. Kung kailangan mag-leave, take a break, and of course, self-love always. Do mga self-care activities. Let's always remember na we cannot give what we do not have, especially sa ating opisina. We cannot give our 100% sa ating trabaho kung tayo also ay bagsak ng energy, bagsak ang mood. So take breaks. Open lines of communication is very important. And of course, kung kaya, reclaim your weekend.
Yeah, I love the statement. Reclaim the weekend. No, raise the roof. No, kasi talagang kailangan nating i-realize sa lahat that rest is productive, right? You have to allocate really time for rest. Kaya dito sa Happy Hour for Mental Health, na-advocate namin, and we've been advocating this since 2017, no? Allocate that happy hour every day, no? Like maybe allocate at least 1 hour a day na just for you. Na you allocate that hour, gawin mo yung lahat ng gusto mo na magpapa-excite sa'yo whether it's watching TV, watching your favorite Netflix show, eating out, or probably playing with your pets, or even being a plantito-plantita, just allocate at least 1 hour a day para meron kang something to look forward to dun sa susunod na araw. Kasi bukas for sure magagawa ko yung gusto kong gawin just for me. Or, wait, tapos na pala yung 11-11. So, abangan mo na lang siguro bago ka mag-shopping ulit dun sa susunod, sa 12-12 na ata, mga last-minute Christmas shopping. So, sa mga nakabingwit po ng mga magandang sale kahapon, congratulations. Sa mga hindi po nakahabol sa sale, magdasal na lang po tayo lahat. So, Imari, anything to add before we move on to our probably last segment and then probably our last question also?
Yeah, thank you, Doc Dex. I agree with Doc Joan again. No, I think the work, no, yung fatigue na nakukuha natin is probably because the sudden shift. No, dati we have a routine. We wake up at 8 a.m. We go to our office at this hour. We go home. And ayun, madaming changes that we have to adapt to. Number one, nabawasan yung paggalaw natin, no? If dati tumatayo-tayo ka sa office, naglalakad ka papuntang cafeteria, no? Ngayon, you have to face your computer almost the whole day. So if we can, no, gaya ng sabi ni Doc Joan, let's try to take breaks during the day. Let's stand up, let's rest our eyes, let's remove our gadgets away from us. And of course, nakakadagdag din yung nakakamiss tayo ng tao, no? So, even ako na nakakausap ko si Doc Dex, si Doc Joan, iba pa rin pag face-to-face, no? It's very different when you are talking to your colleagues instead of just looking them in their face, no? So, it's very different. And siguro, let's also add yung change sa pressure, no? Very intense na yung pressure natin when it comes to working, no, even sa young people, no, a lot of expectations already are happening. Yung ngayon, nagkakatinginan lang tayo sa face, and sometimes, di ba, dati you can do something na walang nakatingin sa'yo. Ngayon, ang daming changes. And all of those changes are affecting us emotionally, mentally, physically, and that is all right. Right? But hindi naman ibig kong sabihin, no, na depressed tayo. Baka nahihirapan pa lang tayo when it comes to adapting to the change, but it doesn't mean that we have to give up, right? It doesn't mean na we have this new challenge, this new change, no, is kailangan ayoko na, wala na akong gana, no? Gaya ng sabi ni Doc Dex, rest is essential, no? It's more productive. And hindi po tayo dapat nagigilty pag nagpapahinga tayo, no? So, napaka-importante po ng rest. Whatever type of rest, relaxation that is, as long as it works for you, go do it, practice it regularly, and don't feel guilty about it. Ayun lang.
Thank you so much, Emery. So, ako. Thank you so much, Emery. And now with that, maybe it's time to go to probably our last segment for this evening. Lagang Hello, Doctor. Yan. So, for this week's Alaga Hello Doctor, of course, we feature articles from hellodoctor.com.ph, one of the major partners of Alaga Health, present in over 9 countries, but they chose to partner with us here in the Philippines kasi talagang may advocate for health and wellness in every shape and form. So, pakita ko sa inyo our featured article for the week dahil marami na po ang nag-work from home. So, tingnan natin, baka it's time na mag-ayos-ayos tayo sa bahay. Whether it's Marie Kondo vibe or gusto mo magpintura ng bagong pader o mag-rearrange ng mga bagay-bagay. The mental health benefits of decorating the home. So, this was written by Excel Dikianco. I hope I mentioned that right. But checked by the Hello Doctor medical panel kasi lahat po ng articles sa Hello Doctor ay medically verified by a health professional. So yan, you can actually browse this article here. No, it will highlight the health benefits of decorating your home, how it can boost your happiness, even decluttering can improve your sleep. Nako, meron pa tayong mga infographics na nandito, no? Simple ways to fall asleep quickly. Tapos decorating your home can calm your nerves down. Ako, and even help you breathe better. Nako, baka kaya kailangan mayroong mga flora and fauna inside the house. Plus, can clear your mind and can make you feel more comfortable. Ay, nako, naniniwala ako dito kasi typically, no, may mga cardinal rules on how to rest well. No? Nabanggit na nito ni Doc Joan from previous events wherein iwas po tayo na magdala ng work into the bedroom para tayong lahat ay mas madaling makatulog, makapahinga. There's a designated place for you to rest and there's a designated place for you to work. Yan. So if you wanna read more about this, visit, of course, hellodoctor.com.ph, and you can even visit their main website so that you can read all the other articles that they have ready for you. Yan. So that's Alagang Hello Doctor. And now let's jump to our very last question. I believe very last question. But before that, shout out to all of our viewers right now. Eto, may pahabol pang greeting. Si Ma'am Rosalind Sadaba. Hello po. Good evening and God bless. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Thank you for watching Alaga Health. And now, back to our question. Okay. So this is our question. Ito. Maganda to. From Mama Ana Palma, gandang gabi po. Nakita ko po si Doc John sa TV. Pwede na po ba siyang i-book sa Alaga Health? Yung tita ko po kasi naghahanap ng psych. Salamat. So, siguro ako na lang muna isasagot nito. No? So, Doc John is being onboarded sa Alaga Health, and pretty soon, you can book her and the services of Healthy Mind Clinic on the Alaga Health platform. No? And of course, Doc John, one of the most in-demand people when it comes to mental health, na nakaka-excite yan sa ating lahat. So, anything that you would like to probably say to Ma'am Ana, Doc Joan, para siya ay maka-contact sa inyo if ever while
yes,
still being onboarded. Yes.
Yes. Ma'am Ana, very reachable po ako. So you can send a message po dito sa Alaga Health or sa Healthy Mind Clinic. That is my Facebook page po ng aking clinic also. Healthy Mind Clinic. Send the message lang po at ang aking admin ay ready to answer anytime. Thank you po.
Thank you
po sa
much, Doc Joan.
sa pagsubaybay also dun sa mga TV. O, di ba? Sa mga TV na ano po.
Dami fans ni Doc Joan
interviews.
nakakakilig. Pero may pahabol kasing question. This one is from, and I think this is a good way to close the show. No? Siguro last question for the evening. And I think this is very relevant right now. From Vincent Victorez, hi Alaga Health, any good movies on Netflix that's good for mental health? Nako. Madalas kasi tayo nakakarinig ng mga flaggable movies, don't watch kasi walang trigger warning, etc. Pero baliktad ito good vibes ang gusto niyang tanong. Any good movies on Netflix that's good for mental health? Nako, Doc Joan, as our expert, ano ba ang go-to health-related, mental health-related movies o nakaka-mental health good vibes ng isang celebrity psychiatrist?
Yes, ang perfect talaga for this question. I won't say na lang kung anong specific na movie, but ang genre should be something na which would make us feel good, which is siguro pwedeng motivational, inspiring, or comedy. Sila po yung nagpapatawa sa atin because ang laughter pa rin is the best medicine. Mas maganda, we also watch it with our family members para kahit na kung ano man ang ating pinapanood ay nagtatawanan tayo. At ang ganda pa rin, no, na we are surrounded by our family members or bawal pa kasi friends ngayon. So, family members muna kasama natin sa bahay. But comedy, mga humor, those na medyo nakakahalakhak tayo. At kung tayo ay tumawa, huwag pigilan, dapat galing talaga sa bituka. Dapat feel ang ating tawa because it will definitely boost the levels of happy hormones called endorphins. And of course, yung mga bonding hormone, like as mentioned kayo na oxytocin and the rest. So, mas maganda pa rin po. Laughter is the best medicine. Kung hindi naman po, may mga vlogs also na nakakatawa. Kung talagang wala tayo, kasi baka yung iba, hindi nakakapag-subscribe sa Netflix. So, mga vlogs which are readily available also. Yung mga nakakatawa na mga vlogs, meron po. Ako, tawa talaga ako ng tawa kasi anytime pwede ako manood ng mga vlogs, ay, nakakaganda po yun ang mood natin. Lalo na pag tayo ay nakakahalakhak. Tawa lang po ng tawa.
Anything to add, Emery? Kasi ako, just like to add, I agree, comedy shows, ang pinapanood ko, if not a comedy series, panonood ako ng mga stand-up comedians, o kaya yung kanilang mga interactions sa kanilang mga shows, sobrang nakakatawa talaga. Pero complete opposite side na sobrang na-enjoy ko din, nakaka-distress, I actually watch horror movies kasi natatawa ko sa reaction ng lahat ng mga kasama ko nanonood. Kasi they would freak out, they would scream, tapos sabay-sabay kami lahat magtatawanan kasi lahat kami nagulat. So it actually lightens the mood kahit medyo nakaka-freak out yung pinapanood. But yes, go with what works for you. Imari, ano ang inyong go-to pampag-good vibes for your mental health?
Yeah, ako naman, very biased ako kasi I love Marvel movies. Ang daming nakakatawang Marvel movies, Iron Man, Deadpool, di ba? So those are just, I highly recommend it kasi it's a mix of action, fantasy, comedy, gaya ng sabi ni Doc Dex, no, series, comedy series, The Big Bang Theory, napakadami actually. And also, no, if gusto mong good vibes din, no, sama ka sa amin every Friday at 8 p.m. sa Happy Hour.
Right, thank you for that. I think that's a good way to close the show, and hopefully you had a good time with us at kita-kita po ulit tayo. Final words, Doc Joan and Emery, before we end. Doc Joan, muna.
Yes. Again, Dr. Dex, happy birthday. Happy birthday, and I wish you all the best. More power to you. Yeah. And of course, to me also. And of course, thank you very much, Imari. Nice to see you, Coach, here tonight. And ako lang po, tomorrow is a weekend. Start ng another weekend. So please, reclaim your weekend as much as you can. Use that weekend to sleep in longer. Kung kailangan matulog na mas mahaba, huwag bumangon ka agad ng maaga kasi wala namang pasok. And do the things which make you feel good and happy. Para pagbalik on Monday, then mas ma-recharge tayo. We feel more energized, recharged, and mas gumaganda ang ating performance sa trabaho pag tayo po ay nakakapag-recharge during the weekend. So, reclaim your weekend and happy weekend to everyone. Have a restful weekend po. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doc Joan. And of course, Emery, final words before we close the show?
Yes, it's forever a privilege to join Doc Joan, a very, very, very famous. Makikita mo siya halos everyday sa iba't ibang show. Also si Com Dex, no, na very popular din, lalo na sa mga kabataan, no? So it's always a privilege to join them. And of course, gaya ng sabi ni Doc Joan, ni Doc Dex, no, rest is very important. So, tinandaan ko yon. I will rest tomorrow. Huwag muna tayong masyadong mag-work, no? It's a Saturday, it's a weekend. Let's enjoy. Let's do something, no? Na nakaka-relax sa atin, nakaka-distress sa atin. And, promote ko lang, Doc Dex, no, we are looking for partner organizations. If you want a training, a basic mental health first aid training for your employees, for your colleagues, etc., we are available. At hindi lang po yan ang ino-offer namin. We are also offering consultancy and training for business development, health and wellness, youth and leadership, and a lot more. Just send us a message at Experto PlayLabs. At ayun lang po, I hope nakapahinga tayong lahat and have a happy hour Friday night.
All right. And that's it. That's our program this evening. We'll all see you here next Friday for another episode of Happy Hour for Mental Health. And as always, I have been Doc Dex, reminding you na alagaan ang inyong kalusugang pangkaisipan para mas umunlad palalo ang ating bayan. Thanks everyone and have a wonderful weekend. Bye!